Children, how are you, children? I hope all of you are fine. Today we are discussing about the 8th class. Subject is biological science. Children, now we are discussing about the chapter reproduction in animals. Okay, so we are discussing about the oviparous animals, viviparous animals, and asexual reproduction in that one hydra means budding process in hydra, binary fission process in the amoeba, and that one the bisexual flowers and unisexual flowers in the plant. Today we are discussing about that one the sexual reproduction. Okay, the type of reproduction in which the fusion of gametes takes place is called as sexual reproduction. Okay, the type of reproduction in which the fusion of gametes takes place is called as sexual reproduction. So normally in the animals, two types of gametes are released. One is male gamete, the second one is female gamete. So the male gamete is called as sperm, the female gamete is called as ovum. So before going to discuss about that one, we have to discussing about that one the different type of reproductive system in the animals. So today we are discussing about that one male reproductive system. Children, have you ever seen that one? A cow giving birth to the calf, or a goat give birth to the lamb. Normally, the women give birth to the babies. So, today we are discussing about that male reproductive system. So, in the plants, pollen grains play important role in the formation of seeds. Here, same function is played by the male that produces sperms. Okay, this is essential for the reproduction. So today we are discussing about the male reproductive system. The male reproductive organs are situated just below that abdomen, and the reproductive organs are includes that one testes. What testis, and two seminal ducts. Two seminal ducts, a sperm duct and a penis. And normally the tests are egg-shaped, and the test only produce the male gametes or sperms. Okay, the male reproductive organs are situated just below the abdomen. It includes a pair of testes and two seminal ducts and a penis, and the testes are egg-shaped and produce male gametes or sperms. Normally, the tests are connected with a pair of seminal ducts. So, the function of seminal duct is nothing but the sperms are travel through the seminal duct. Okay, and the sperms are ejaculate are released outside with the help of penis. So, normally, the millions of sperms are produced by the tests. Okay, normally millions of sperms are produced by the test. So a healthy person can produce 60 million to the 120 million of sperms at a time. And normally the sperm cells are microscopic and single cell. Okay, normally the sperms are microscopic and single cell. So when you observe the sperm structure, so each sperm has head and a middle part and a tail. What each sperm has head and a middle part and a tail. The head part of the sperm bears a nucleus. The head part of the sperm bears a nucleus. So the in the middle part we observe that one mitochondria are present. What? Mitochondria are present. So because of the presence of mitochondria, the sperm gets energy. The sperm get energy, and the tail of the sperms are used for the swimming purpose. Okay, the tail of the sperm is used for the swimming purpose. So this is about the male reproductive system. Today we are discussing about the female reproductive system. So normally the male reproductive organs are appear outside the body, but the female reproductive organs are situated inside the abdomen. Inside the abdomen, okay, just below the navel region. So what are the organs which are present in that female reproductive system? So it contains a pair of ovaries and oviducts. What? Oviducts are fallopian tubes, or fallopian tubes, and uterus. What? Uterus. Okay, in uterus means in Telugu garbhashayam. Ovaries lie inside the abdomen, and in each side, left side one ovary is there, right side one ovary is there, and each ovary is opened into the funnel shaped structure that are called as oviducts, or fallopian tubes, that are called as oviducts or fallopian tubes. The ovary produces the female gametes. The ovary produces the female gametes called as ova or ovum. So in female, for every month one ovum is released. So normally the uterus is the part where the development of a baby takes place. When you observe the ovum structure, the ovum is surrounded by a layer, and inside the ovum a nucleus is present, and cytoplasm also present. Okay, so this is the about that one female reproductive system. Children, you know that one male have testes that produce sperms, and female have ovary that produce ovum. When the sperm and ovum unites, okay, so normally the fusion of female gamete with male gamete is called as fertilization process. As a result of fertilization process, zygote is formed. What? Zygote. Then the zygote is developed into the embryo. Later the embryo is developed into that one baby. Later the embryo is developed into the baby. So in the human beings, internal fertilization be taking place. In the human beings, which type of fertilization taking place? Internal fertilization taking place. So normally here the type of fertilization that takes place inside the body is called as internal fertilization. Okay, the type of fertilization process that takes place inside the body is called as internal fertilization. Normally this type of fertilization takes place in the mammals. Mammals means nothing but పాలిచ్చే జీవుల్లో, such as cow, buffalo, human beings, lion, tiger, etc. And in birds also we observe which type of fertilization. So some internal fertilization only. In the snakes also we observe internal fertilization. In the insects also we observe కీటకాలలో కూడా internal fertilization. Okay, the type of fertilization that takes place inside the body is called as internal fertilization. So examples: mammals, birds, lizards, snakes, insects. So when the fertilization process occur means nothing but when that means the female gamete unites with the male gamete, the fertilization process takes place, and the zygote is formed. So the zygote is divides, and a ball like structure is formed. So this ball like structure is called as nothing but a embryo. What? Embryo. So this embryo contains different type of tissues. This embryo contains what? Different type of tissues. Normally the fertilization process takes place in the oviduct or fallopian tube of the female reproductive system, and the further development of the embryo takes place in that one uterus. Later the embryo develops body parts such as hands, legs, eyes, ears, and when the embryo develops fully and it bears all other parts, then it is called as fetus. What? Fetus. Okay, when the embryo develops fully and bears all body parts, then it is called as fetus. Okay, so normally the period from zygote to fully developed fetus is called as pregnancy period. Okay, the time taken, the total time taken from zygote to fully developed fetus is called as pregnancy period or a gestation period. What? Gestation period. So in human beings the gestation period is 9 months. Okay, the pregnancy period in the human beings is 9 months or 270 days to 280 days. So next you observe that some of the animals undergo external fertilization means nothing but the type of fertilization that is occur outside the body is called as external fertilization. The type of fertilization that takes place outside the body is called as external fertilization process. For example, the external fertilization process takes place in the frogs. In which one? Frogs, kappalu. And in fish also we observe that one what? Same, that external fertilization only. So you know that one, the frog lays eggs in the water, and from the eggs the small larva are formed, that is called as tadpole larva of the frog. Tadpole larva of the frog. So when you observe the structure of the tadpole larva of the frog, it completely resembles the fish. ఈ టార్పోల్ లార్వా అనేది చూడడానికి ఒక చిన్న ఫిష్ లాగానే ఉంటుంది. సో slowly it bears the organs like frog. So after a short period of time it would be developed into that one mature frog. So here we observe that one first frog legs, then when the eggs are hatched, small larva comes out. That larva are called as tadpole larva. Slowly this tadpole larva will develop into the small frog. So you observe that one children, first the tadpole larva is formed, then it is changed into the adult form. So how it is changing means nothing but the transformation of larva into adult through the drastic changes is called as metamorphosis. Okay, the transformation of the larva, the transformation of the larva into adult through drastic changes is called as metamorphosis. మెటామార్ఫోసిస్ మధ్య రూప విక్రయం, తన యొక్క రూపాన్ని కంప్లీట్గా మార్చుకోవడం. వాట్ రూపాన్ని కంప్లీట్గా మార్చుకోవడం. సో వి అబ్జర్వ్ ద మెటామార్ఫోసిస్ ప్రాసెస్ ఇన్ ద విచ్ ఆర్గానిజం? ఇన్ ఫ్రాగ్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ మెటామార్ఫోసిస్? ద ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ ది లార్వా, ద transformation of the larva into adult, the transformation of the larva into adult through the some drastic changes is called as metamorphosis. The transformation of the larva into adult through drastic changes is called as metamorphosis. Not only we observe this metamorphosis process in that one frogs, but also we observe the metamorphosis in that one what we can say in the butterfly, means Sitakoka. So when you know that one, the butterfly also lays eggs. When the eggs of the butterfly also hatched, immediately the larvae are hatched. That resembles to that one caterpillar. ఎలా ఉంటాయి అవి చూడడానికి గొంగలి పురుగులాగా ఉంటాయి. Slowly it develops into that one moth like structure, then finally the adult butterfly. Not only we observe the metamorphosis in that one butterfly, we also observe in the mosquitoes, means domalalo kuda. So we observe the metamorphosis process in that one house flies, means in which organisms? House fly, ఈగలలో కూడా చూస్తాము. So in the silk, already you know that one, the metamorphosis process also we observe in that one silkworms also. What? In the silkworms also. You know that one, in animals the two type of organisms are there. One is male and female. So in cows also we observe that cow, bull, okay, and she goat, he goat, man, woman. But in some animals we observe that one male and female are not present. So in some examples are nothing but earthworms. So this earthworm has both male and female reproductive organs. So such animals are called as nothing but hermaphrodite. What? Hermaphrodite. Example, earthworms. Okay, in earthworm like organism we didn't observe the sexual dimorphism is not there. In earthworm like organism we observe that one sexual dimorphism is not there. So the earthworm carry both the female and male reproductive organs. Such animals are called as bisexual animals or hermaphrodites. So normally you know that one by natural process the babies are born, but first time means nothing but the person who known as nothing but Ian Wilmette, who Ian Wilmette, by the process of in vitro fertilization, by the process of in vitro fertilization, first time produced one of the cloning animal called as dolly. What? Dolly is nothing but one of the sheep. What? Sheep. So means nothing but by the artificial process Ian Wellment produced the dolly. So, and normally he discovered this process in the year 1996. Okay, and the dolly lives up to that one 2003. Okay, so this is about that one reproduction in animals. Thank you, children.